Hello and welcome everyone to the part 1 of the Frontend Development series of Engineer and Educator. So, let us start with our introduction to Frontend Development class. So, this will be the first part of our series and we will be starting with this class. And so, what do you actually mean by Frontend Development? Front-end development means it is creating the visual and interactive parts of a website that the users can see and interact with in the web browser. Okay, that's about the front-end development. As the word says, it's all about the front-end part of the website, that the part of the website or a web application which is visible to the users. Okay, so we are going to study how we are going to make this front end part of a website in the series. Okay, before going into the class, so I must ask you, so why is there any need to study front end development when where you have a lot of AI tools available? Okay, so within one click you can create a website, isn't it? So why you want to need or what is the need for making a website? Or what is the need for learning website development from scratch? That means you may be going to study about from the scratch how to make a website. So is it needed, or why is it needed when there is a lot of AI tools are available for you? Okay, you may think like that. So I'll tell you why we need to learn this front end development. The first thing is that so before going on to this class, I'll tell you the first thing. Do we still need to learn front end development? Do we still need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all that? I will tell you what you're going to. That means these are the basic things that we study for creating a front end of a website. That is, what is the front end development? Front end development involves designing and implementing the user interface. That is the UI, user interface, the part of the website that where the user interacts with the web page. So that is made using the HTML. The structure of the web page is made using the HTML. Then the styling is done by CSS, the cascading style sheets, and the interactivity and the behavior, dynamic behavior of the web page is made by JavaScript. Okay, so there are a lot of AI tools available nowadays, many website builders are available like Wix, Squarespace, and ChatGPT's code generation, etc. So, do we need to learn actually front end development? So, is it this is a burden? Why we need to study all these HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you may feel like that, but you need to learn because understanding how websites work is a must. So, if you are going to become a developer, or if you're planning to become a developer in the future, you're an aspiring uh, web development student, you must know how the website works. So why you need to know how the website works? Then only you'll be able to customize the website, the fix and optimize the websites as your need, or the need of your as the need of your clients, as the clients need it. Okay. So if you're going to put it in on the with an AI tool, or if you're going to use an AI tool, the AI tool, it's difficult to control the AI tool. So in order to customize and control the website that the AI tool makes, you need to know this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is the basics of front-end development. Okay, because the developers need to fix and improve the functionalities of the website and customize and control. AI tools offer some limitations. Along with, sorry, the AI tools offer templates, and along with the templates also, they have some limitations in generating the templates as needed by the client. So there we need a developer to make changes to particular HTML file or a CSS or JavaScript code. So you need to make a change means you need a developer there. You need the knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then only you will be able to read the code, edit the code, and make changes to the code and customize it as needed by your client. Okay. The custom features also, there are custom features like animations and all, and some interactive elements if you want to add into your website means definitely you want to know the basics of these all things, then only you will be able to make changes. Okay, so you need to debug the problems, and you debugging, for debugging and problem solving developers are indeed needed. Okay, AI tools must be like that, it must be able to help the humans. Okay, AI tools are helpers. Okay, but human creativity, logic, and problem solving that cannot be replaced. AI always need human input. That means AI assists the developers, but it will not replace them anyway. A developer is needed. Okay, so it is mandatory that if you are going to become a developer, definitely you need to study front end development. If you're going to become a front end developer, you must need to study. You have to study this front end development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc. And if you're going to become a backend developer, you need to study some other backend languages like Node.js, PHP, Python, and all that is, to develop server side logic and all. But if you need to study or become a full stack developer, it is must that you must know front end development as well as back end development. So in this class, I'm giving a very basic introduction that even a very beginner can understand and follow the class. Okay, so let us start with what is front-end development. Front-end development means you are designing, as I already said, you are designing the part of a website or a web page or a web application that is uh, which is viewable by the that is seen by the customer or the client or the user. I can call them as a user. Okay, it is designing the user interface of a website. And what all things we use? We'll use HTML, which is hypertext markup language. Before we proceed, I want to say HTML is the skeleton of the website, or it makes the structure of the website. Here in this picture, here you can see that I've given this a picture of a skeleton here. So you know that our body is made up of there is a frame and there is a structure for our body. Yeah, so that is given by our skeletal system. Similarly, the framework or the uh, structure of the web page that is given by the HTML. Then we have so think of us itself. If we are looking like a skeletons, we all may look the same. It will be very difficult to even identify us. We all may look the same, and there is nothing. There is nothing interesting in that. So everybody must look different, right? So if every page on the website, if every web page that is available in the world is all looking the same, means there is nothing good, and it will be very difficult to identify or go through the website. That will not be interesting for the users, and the user interface will be very boring. So we need to add some styling to our website, right? We need to add some styling to our website. See, if so, you can say that it's like the skin. Okay, so there are a lot of people in the world, and many people have many physical features. Everybody is different from one another. Okay, that is our style. So styling of our HTML or web page is done by cascading style sheets. Okay, that's a language that is used, but it's again not a language, I can say. We use that cascading style sheets for making that uh, style the web page. So we have the HTML to structure, CSS style, and what about if we have to make it work or make its behavior much interactive or very dynamic behavior. If we need our web page to be dynamic or have a much interactive, make it more interactive. So there we make use of the programming language called JavaScript, and we call it as the brain of the web page here, the front end. Okay. Say if we only have style and we cannot move or we cannot do anything, it's like having just a structure and a style. No, we have nervous system. We have our nervous system. We have our brain, and we are doing. We are dynamic. You can say we can move accordingly as we want. We can walk to talk everything. So we can call JavaScript is the brain of the web page. Similarly, JavaScript is the brain of the web page. This is one example. If I say about a say take a non-living thing, we take a non-living thing. If we are making a car, you can say that the skeleton, external structures of the car, like like the door, the frames, and all of the car, we can call it as the HTML. Then we are adding some paint to the car. We are customizing the car. It's paint, its outer body. We are customizing it with the paints that we like and all. So if it is that all this customization, when we add customization to our car, we have given a CSS. And what if only this structure and customization is there? Does the car move? No, the car is never going to move. So if the car has to move, it need an engine. So JavaScript is like the engine of the car. Okay. Now next. Next, yeah, we're moving to what is the difference between a front end and a back end. So I have already told you that front end is regarding the user interface. The technologies that we use are HTML, CSS, and JS. And back end use it's all about the server side logic. So once what happens once we put a submit button or in a form. For example, if we are filling all the form fields and we are submitting, what happens to the data that is being passed or that is being submitted? That processing, everything that happens, that every processing, everything that happens behind, and all the communication between the database and the front end, all these their kind of things, these logics are all built using the used in the back end development. So that is because server side logic. So in backend development, the technologies that we use include Node.js technology, Python, PHP, and many other languages, Java, everything. So that is used in the backend. For example, if we have a login page in the UI, the processing, once we submit the login button, what happens? The processing. Now, what is going to happen to the data? Where is it is going to be sent? All these things are determined by the backend of the uh, web application. But we are only going to deal front end. What happens in the front end? How to make a front end? Okay. Next. So in order to make a website, we need some tools and setup. Okay. The first thing that we need is a code editor. A good code editor helps you write and manage your code efficiently. So first thing, where are you going to write the code? Okay, there you will write your code. So in for that, we will either use a code editor or an IDE. Code editor means you can write your code. For in case of IDE, if I tell you why a code editor is different from IDE, code editor means you can edit the code only. But here in IDE, that is integrated. I told you here, I have written here IDE. Either a code editor or a IDE is required. We will be using a IDE, and that IDE will be called Visual Studio Code. We will be using that IDE. There are highly recommended for us front-end elements. Then another code editor is Sublime Text and Atom. Discontinued, but some people they still use it. But we are going to make use of this efficient one, that is VS Code or Visual Studio Code. So why I'm saying that VS Code is not just a code editor, it is an integrated development environment. Okay, I will tell you what is an integrated development environment. Integrated development environment is a software application that provides a complete set of tools for coding, debugging, and testing the programs efficiently. Okay, let us move to the Visual Studio Code's site and see what is actually Visual Studio Code. Okay, let us see from the okay here we can study what is VS Code. Okay, in order to have the VS Code on your lab, you need to go to the site that is called .visualstudio.com, and from there you need to download this. Here, if you're using Mac, it will be written here that download for Mac, and my laptop is Windows, so it will download for Windows is written here. You can download it from here, or either from here or from here, and you can follow the steps for installation and install those things. So if you want to know anything regarding all how to install or set up this Visual Studio Code, you can go to the docs part. Here, getting started, everything is given here. Everything regarding the setup, installation, everything is being given here. Okay, and also when we start to code, I will give you explanations regarding how to do all these things, and some extensions we have to install. All those extensions I will be uh, telling to you, or introducing to you, so that you'll be able to set up this. Okay, this is a code editor that we are going to use. And I told you why an IDE, because an IDE means like Visual Studio Code. If we have an IDE like Visual Studio Code, it has some key features other than some code editors. Code editor, if you are using only, there will be a text editor. Okay, but this Visual Studio Code has a text editor with a syntax, and highlightings are there, and also auto completion is also available. Then there is a debugger, then it helps us identify and fix the errors in the code. And there is a compiler or an interpreter where it translates the code into machine language. Okay, what's the machine language? It's zeros, ones, and all. So it translates the code into machine language. And there's a terminal or command line, and there is a terminal there in the VS Code that allows direct execution of the commands. And there is a project management. That means you can organize the files and folders efficiently. Okay, this is Visual Studio Code. And also some other, for in order to develop iOS apps and all, you use Xcode. There is another IDE. Also for Android application, in order to develop Android applications, you make use of the Android Studio. And also, if you are using Python in the backend for the Python development, you make use of PyCharm. That's another IDE. That's another IDE that is used for development using the Python language. In Visual Studio Code, in Visual Studio Code, you can use every language. As for now, we will use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. Now let's move on to our PPT. Um, we have reached this part. Okay, so we are going to study about. So first thing that we need is a code editor or an IDE. We are using an IDE or integrated development environment, which has an inbuilt code editor, debugger, compiler or interpreter, terminal or command line, and project management. These things can be, these are the key features of an IDE that we are using, that is Visual Studio Code. Okay, next we will move on. So, web browsers. So, naturally, everybody will be having this web browser. Either you will be having Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or some other web browsers will be available to you. So, best for why these web browsers means these web browsers have um, developer tools there. Google developer tools are there for Google Chrome. So you can use that developer tools to inspect and all that I'll show you now. So before that, then what do you need? So then another required tools in setup is a version control system. So you need a version control system. That is to track your code and to collaborate with others. For example, if you are doing the work, or for you are in a team of 2 3 developers, and you're the leader, and you need to take the works from the others also, or both three of them are doing the same work. Okay, so in order to track the codes there and make changes and collaborate with the other developers, you can make use of the Git and GitHub. GitHub is the platform where Git is the tracking. Git is the version control system. That is Git. GitHub is the platform for you to add your projects. You can make a cloud repositories and all. Now there is another one also, GitHub Lab also. So we'll be discussing that later on. Now just told that these are the tools that we require. Okay, then the web development tools and extensions. Okay, some other web development tools and extensions are there. For example, if we have VS Code, that Just having VS Code itself doesn't make us a developer. So we need to install some other extensions which is present in the VS Code. Here in the VS Code, we will in order to open our web page. We are keeping, if we are making an HTML web page, we need to open that web page in a browser. Okay, in order to open that web page in a browser, we need a live server extension which must be installed in um, our VS Code. Okay, that I will tell you, and some Chrome's developer tools that you must use. Okay, some developer tools are there that also I will tell you. Okay, then we are going to start our class session. I have already told you what is front-end development, what is back-end development, what is full stack development, and what are the languages that we use. Yeah, I told you. I think you remember that. Sorry, here the date given is different. Really sorry that I inserted another date here. Okay. See, that you don't want to look at the date now. Anyway, this class is going to happen. So this HTML. HTML means, I told you, hypertext markup language. Any content, everything that you find on the website. Okay, how that is structured. That is by the use of this HTML or hypertext markup language. You can call it as a skeleton of the web page. Okay, that's why I have given a skeleton here. Yeah, I think it will be very interesting for you. Okay, let us start. What is HTML? Yeah, I have already told you many times. I have told you now, HTML is a hypertext markup language, and that is the standard language for creating web pages. It defines the structure of a web page, and HTML, okay, defines the structure of a web page. Okay, fine. Then in layman term, if I'm telling, for example, when you studied a English language, okay, my native language is not English, my native language is Malayalam. Okay, so I'm just, when I started studying English, my teacher first taught me the alphabets, right? Yes, English as a whole, I was not able to study, but the teacher first taught me alphabet. Everybody, if when you are studying a second another language and a foreign language, you will first study the alphabets of the language, right? Here in HTML also we need to study, and after that only we will make words out of that, sentences out of that, with this alphabets and all. Similarly, just in order to study what is HTML, you was first have to, what is HTML made up of? It is made up of some elements and tags to format the content. Okay, first of all, we will study elements. Elements are the building blocks of an HTML page. Okay, let me tell you something. Alphabet by itself is not a meaningful word in English. Meaningful alphabet by itself. I'm just telling A. Uh, as I know, I think that doesn't mean anything. A has a meaning. A. For example, I'm just telling B, C, D, E, F. That alone, that alphabets alone will not make a meaning. Okay, similarly, say in the terms of, if I'm comparing with the English language, this tags, tags are the alphabets, you can say, because tags itself are like alphabets, and tag along with the content. Okay, what content is to be placed inside a tag? The tags along with the content will make a element, and this element is the basic building block of an HTML page. Like the words are the basic building blocks of a sentence, I can say. Yes, for English language, the English words, how these words are made, that is made using these alphabets. So tags, I can say, called, I'm by just for you to understand, I'm just telling tags are like the alphabets of the HTML. I can say like that. Another thing is that this tags along with the content. Content means what is to be displayed on the web page. That content along with the tags. These tags are of different types. There are opening tags and self-closing tags are also there. So most of the tags, most commonly used tags, they have an opening tag, and this is simple is like this. Here I am just given the name tag. There are some brackets or braces are there. Angular brackets are used as in order to represent a tag, and angular bracket is used. And that along with that tag, you can see a closing tag is also used there. So it is like this. We make the tags are there. So this alone is called a tag. This is the closing tag. That is, there is some angular bracket, a slash, and then the tag name. Well, this that is a closing tag, and it is within this opening tag and the closing tag. The content which is to be displayed on the screen is written. The content, what content is to be rendered on the screen, that is written inside this closing tag, between this opening tag and closing tag. So this tags along with the content, this makes the element of a web page. Okay, and multiple elements creates a web page. Okay, multiple elements forms a structure, and that makes an HTML page. Okay, uh, I think I have to say this, and I will tell you some common examples of H1, H, some common examples of HTML tags that are being used. So I hope you might have understood this. Once again, I will explain this to you, making use of a uh, what our VS Code will start coding. Okay. Before that, I have to tell you some things, just like taking a class. After that, we will do the practicals. Here, you can see there is a content. The tag name will be opening like this. Here, there will be angular brackets. Inside that, you will write the tag name. Then there is a content. So whenever you open a tag, that again, that closing tag will also be automatically in VS Code. There is a thing called built-in meth abbreviations. Because of that, automatically this H1 tag will be closed. If that meth abbreviations is disabled in your VS Code settings, you need to go to the settings page and enable that meth abbreviation. That I will show you later. Now you can see this is like there is a content. Okay, this is the opening tag, closing tag, and this content along with the opening tag and closing tag is known as the element. Okay, here you can see. Sorry. See, here you can see some H1 tags are there. You can see heading. Okay, it defines the heading. H1 tags, you can have tags from H1 to H6 in a decreasing order of their size. I'll show you later on. Then paragraph, then P tag. For paragraph, yeah, it's obvious from its name itself that P for paragraph, H for headings. Different headings, you can have subheadings with H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And A, href is equal to, see, angular tag, sorry, not angular tag, anchor tag. In order, if you want to take the person to a link, okay, so in order to include a link in your HTML page, we make use of this anchor tag or A tags. Anchor tag or A tag. Then I'll later come on with this href, hsv and all. What is this? These are called attributes. I will say tell you later. Then there is an image. Not in certain image, you have image tag. And have you seen that? H1, P, and A tag. See, you have come across this three tags, and you have seen that here H1 tag is there, closing tag for H1, P tag is there, there is a closing tag for P, and A tag. Yeah, it also has a closing tag. What about image tag? Where is the closing tag of this image tag? Yeah, you got a little bit confused. Yeah, I already told you that you have both in HTML, we have both closing tag, self-closing tags and other tags. So this is the kind of self-closing tag. This image tag is a self-closing tag. Okay, then this is a UL tag, unordered list tag. In order to create a list, if the list has to be unordered, that means if it is if you need a list that is not being numbered or ordered, you use this UL tag, and in order to list every item, you make use of the list tag inside this uh, unordered list tag. Okay, thereafter, there is a lot of difference between this HTML elements and HTML tags. I have already given the difference here. And after that, okay, before moving on to that, I will give you basic structure of an HTML page. Okay, we need to know the basic structure of an HTML page. Okay, let us start creating our first HTML page. You do one thing, just To open your uh, system, just make a folder, name it anything as you like. My first web or something like that, just name it. I have just made a um, folder named sample. Okay, now how you're going to open this code, this folder in VS Code? There is a shortcut. I can say I'm opening it like that, or I can open Visual Studio Code and then select the file. I'm not going to do that. Just show you. Thus, just take the open the file sample. Come here. In here, you type CMD. This will open the command prompt of the Windows. Okay, here. And here, you must enter code and space dot. This will open the VS Studio Code and the your file here. Okay, this is my file. So I'm just closing all these things. I have already done all these things. Okay, so this is my folder. My folder name was sample and I have opened it. Okay, now I'm going to create a new file in this folder. I already have some files here. See, I have a folder here. In order to create a folder, you have to click here. In order to create a new file, new file, you have to click here. In order to create a new folder, you have to click here. Okay, I know you have you might have installed this VS Code for the first time. So another thing that you have to install here is here, go to this bar, that is the extensions. Click on this extensions. Okay, and from there, just you type live server. Okay, see, and you will see a thing like this live server. You can see like this. Here, I have already installed this live server, but in your so if you are installing the Visual Studio Code for the first time, you may not be seeing this. Okay, at that time, what you have to do is that just this key will be installed button. Okay, this button will be like install. So just install it and then close it. Okay, so I have already this live server installed on my VS Code. This live server extension, these are called extensions. Whatever extensions you have to install, you will come here and install with the live server. So we have installed the live server extensions also. Okay, fine. Now close it, go to the Files Explorer, and you can see here I'm just going to create. I already, so when you're creating a first HTML page, or if you want your HTML page to be uh, when you're pushing the code later on, I'll teach you when you have to push the code to the GitHub and all. When you push the code to the GitHub, Git will track, or GitHub will track for or look for index.html file. So whenever you're making a project, you need an index.html file. Then only you'll be able to push your code or publish your code. Okay, so definitely you need an index.html file. So but I am just if you're going to create your project for the first time, just you create with index.html, name your file as index.html. But if you're going to, yes, remember that you're going to create an HTML file for the first time. Okay, so I'm just going to write here as I'm just going to write first.html. You don't worry about the other files you see here, like this images folder, audio HTML. These are the things that I have already done on in this folder. Don't worry about that. Just you create a first file or index. Name your file index also. Then you create first.html. Okay, yeah, first.html. Now you have created an HTML file. So, but you need a basic structure for HTML file. Your HTML file has a basic structure, and if your mth abbreviation is installed on your VS Code or it's enabled on your VS Code, you can see that you will definitely find shift and click on the shift button and then the exclamation button. Then it will automatically give you the basic structure of the web page. But prior to that, I'm just going to the from current slide, we'll start our basic structure of an HTML page. I'll teach you what is the basic structure of an HTML page. You can see that later on. I will show you how to make a basic structure of a HTML page on this web browser. See, doc type HTML. See, first and the first, it's like the preamble of the HTML page. Exclamation, you can see here angular brackets, an exclamation mark, then doc type HTML. It declares that the document type as HTML file. So this part or this element. It shows that what kind of which version of HTML you are using. Yeah, the latest version of HTML that we are using is HTML5, and doc type HTML. This shows we are using HTML5. Then it comes the HTML tag. Along with whenever you're typing HTML tag, along with that you must have a closing HTML tag also. Remember, just telling the basic structure. So HTML tag, and this HTML tag is known as the root element, and it is within this HTML tag that we are providing every other tags. Okay, every other tags must be written inside this HTML tag. The root element is the HTML tag, and that tag is the root tag or root element, and that is it contains all the HTML content. That is everything that is seen on a website. Then there is a head tag. Okay, we have the head. Inside this head tag, we have all the metadata. That means all the information related to that particular web page, which all CSS pages are linked to it, which all JavaScript pages are linked to it, what all resources or other resources are used in the page. All those things are written inside the head tag, and the things that is written inside the head tag is never visible to the user. Okay, that's not visible to the user. Then we have the title tag. It defines the web page title shown on the browser tab. So you might have seen that when you open the Google Chrome or something, you type new tab. When you open web browser, you might have seen when you press the plus icon there on the top of the browser, you a new tab will be open, and on the top it is written in small letters at new tab. Okay, if you are having search for anything. So that is known as a title tag. Whatever you write inside this title tag, that will be displayed on the top of the browser. It is a browser tab. Okay, to show on this browser tab's top. So then body, it contains all the visible content, every visible content that is on your HTML page, like text, images, links, etc., will be there inside the body tag. Okay, fine. Once more, I'll show you another in structured manner. I will show you the basic HTML page structure. So here the encoding, character encoding that is uses even shown in the meta. I told you what all things are used inside, what all things are used inside, like character encoding and all the basic information regarding the your web page will be there inside the meta. It contains the meta tag inside this head tag. Then I have the title tag is placed inside this head tag. There comes the body tag. Every other content inside the page will be here in the body tag. Now I think you have got a basic structure. So doc type HTML. So with every HTML page, you will see a doc type. You must have this doc type HTML. That is for knowing which version of HTML is used. We are generally using HTML5, which is the latest version of HTML. This HTML page opens with an HTML tag. See, whenever this HTML tag is open, that is closed here. Yeah. Within that, we have head tag open, head tag close. Then body tag open, body tag close. Then inside that we have meta capsule UTF-8 means that is the character encoding that is used in the web browser, in the web page. Sorry. Then title, that is for this. All these things written inside this meta tag, that is for the web browser to understand. Okay. So then title, that is title here. Okay, everything written in this HTML page that must be readable by the web browser. Okay, now next is regarding we will start making a web page. So you already have this I have named it as first.html. You must name it as index.html because this is for your first, and also for you not for you to not forget. So you must keep in mind that you need an index.html file when you are working on any project, because if you want to push it to the GitHub means you must really name it index.html, your landing page or whatever it is, because when you push to the GitHub, it will track for index.html file. If that index.html file doesn't exist, means GitHub, you may not be able to host your page on GitHub. Okay, so let us start. Just check whether this go to the settings section and check whether your emit abbreviation is on or not, enabled or not in your VS Code. If on means you just click on the shift button and press the exclamation bar. You'll get a settings like simple here. Click on that. See, you have got a basic structure of your HTML page. Okay. See, here you can see doc type HTML, which I have already told you, and the HTML lang is equal to en. See, the language uses English. Okay, that's been written here. HTML doc type HTML exclamation mark doc type HTML. This states that the version of HTML uses HTML5. HTML, sorry, lang is equal to, you can see, and a HTML tag, and that HTML tag is closed here. Hope you can see that. If I don't know whether I'm taking it very fast. See, like this HTML language, you can see. See, this lang is an attribute that I will tell you later what is attribute. Okay, now don't worry about the attributes as I use it. This caps that means it is an attribute. So don't worry about all those things. But these are all tag. Meta tag, that is self-closing. See, here also meta tag is there. Title tag, see, title document. So here it is written, here in the title it is written document. Okay, and here in the body, do we have anything in the body of this is web page? No, nothing is here in the body of the web page. Okay, we recently installed what, live server, right? Okay, so now just right click on your web page and click on this button, open with live server. Okay, you will see that your page is open here. Okay, what do you see here? Did you see anything? No, nothing. Nothing is here. On the web page, there is nothing because it is because the thing is that there is nothing inside the body tag. Okay, it is because there is nothing inside this body tag. Did you see anything here in the body tag? No, nothing. Okay, did you see document? Yeah, in the title we had document. Okay, that, yeah, that is, it is written here in the browser tab. They put it as document. Okay, let us just write remove that, and we can write first, yeah, first page, my first page. Yeah, you got it. Yes. Now we studied. Yeah, I told you some commonly used HTML tags are there. Okay, just we can start with the H1 tag. Okay, we'll see how the contents are being rendered, how it is, how the web page is structured using HTML. Okay, this is the first heading, or I'll just write welcome. Yeah, it is come there. Welcome. Okay, now you want to see the difference between the H heading tags, their H2 tag. I told you that already we have H1 to H6. So H1 for welcome. Yeah, we wrote already written. Yes, I'll write this is H2. This is H2, or just I will write welcome itself so that you can easily understand the difference between the two. Yeah, did you see the difference? Yes, what I've written here, it is H1 tag, H2 tag. Okay, this is the difference between the two. Now, next is regarding the H3 tag. You can see, yeah, this is H3. You have welcome. Yes, again, I'm giving welcome here. Okay, see the difference. You can see the difference here. You can really see the difference. Then I already told you we have up to H4, we have tags. H1, H3, H4, H4. Okay, so you can see the difference between the same. Okay, and nobody is going to teach you from scratch all these things. I think this will be very interesting for you. See, now we have H6 also. H6. I just written everything is welcome because just for you to understand. So you can use this H1 to H3, H4, H5, etc. Wherever possible, whenever you need to make a subheadings and all, you can make use of these H1 tags. Okay. Now, what about the P tag? Okay, let me create a paragraph in between this P tag. Okay, just a paragraph. I'm just writing this is a paragraph one. See, this is paragraph one. I'm just written, I have written, just written here. So another tag that may make use of is the which tag. Do you know which tag we you really make use of? So some of your pages, when you're this some settings must be such that when you open the live server, it must come here. That means some settings must be enabled such that this live server will directly open this in the web browser in your default browser. If that is not there, means this automatically you cannot see all these updates. Every time you have to to run the file in the with the live server. So if there is any problem like that, go to the settings part. There some settings has to be enabled from there that I will tell you later. Okay, so you will be able to see this. Uh, Now we will continue with the class, and here you can see there is a paragraph. Okay, just I will copy some things from. I'm taking some dummy text lorem ipsum dollar. So this is the dummy text that is already used by everybody. So I'm just taking that. See, this is lorem ipsum generator. So this is a text generator. It's a dummy text that is used by everybody in industry. Okay, just for making some copy. I'm copying this. Okay, I'm going to place this paragraph here. Yeah, I have got a paragraph here. Did you see that? Yeah, here you can see this is my page. So there is no break. See, I have this. There is where the ending I don't know. So I'm just going to break that. Going to give a break tag. And this break tag is a self-closing tag. So after established, I think where is it? Yeah, after established, I got a break. Otherwise, okay, fact that a reader will be distracted. Okay, this page. Here I can give another break and I'll show you how this break tag works. Break tag is a self-closing tag that need not there. We don't need a what? We don't need a closing tag for break tag. See, break tag is used to break a paragraph. See, you have got it. See, another paragraph if I'm adding, how will it come? Okay, I'll add another paragraph here. P, okay, and I'm just taking some copy paste from this one. I'm copy pasting this paragraph here. Okay, yeah, got another paragraph right after this paragraph. Okay, I hope you have understood. Okay, there are many other tags also that we use. So let us move on to the PowerPoint and see what's next for us. Okay, next one. So now next we are going to study about some HTML attributes. Okay, actually what is an attribute means? So HTML attribute provides. So different tags we have used and we have seen H1 tag, P tag, A tag is for creating a link. I have already discussed it with you. Yeah, but with A tag we have used an attribute. So in the previous slide when I showed when I have shown you that A tag, you have seen that with the A tag, there is some other thing. Okay. And that is like this, an href is there. Okay. So that is called a attribute. So anything that is written after the opening tag, inside the opening tag. Okay. That is an attribute. And that attribute has a value also. That means an attribute has a name and a value. That is what are HTML attributes. So this attribute provides additional information about an element. We also already told that an element means opening tag will be there, a closing tag will be there will be a content will be there. Yes, opening tag, closing tag along with the content is called an element. Yeah, of course. Then if there is an attribute inside the opening tag, that attribute is there. It has a function. It is to provide an additional information about the element. Or here, if we are using the A tag, so it is giving an additional information about this anchor tag, that this anchor tag will take the user to this page. This is another HTML page. Okay, that is the a tag is shown here. A href is equal to contact.html. Move to this page. Okay, they are always defined inside the opening tag. Attributes usually come in name is equal to value format. Say there will be a name for that attribute, a particular attribute. Here the hypertext reference, that is href, is the attribute that we have used. Then it is where is it taking you? That is the information that it contains. There will be this anchor tag. If when you click on contact us, it will take you to contact.html page. Okay. See, I will create another HTML page and I will show you how it will take you to the href. Okay. href is equal to dot slash also we will keep. I'll just show you. Here we will just create another HTML file. We'll open it and create another HTML page. We create a second. Was not in this one. Here I'm just going to create a page. Second.html page. So I'm just creating an HTML page. Yeah, as I already shift plus exclamation mark will give you a basic structure of the HTML page. Yeah, I'm just going to create it as, just going to name it as second. And I'm just going to write here, welcome to second page. H1 tag. Okay. Welcome to second page. Welcome to second page. I'm just writing here, just welcome to second page. Okay. I have this HTML page in my, sorry, this is not in this folder. I must take it from outside. Okay, I'm just taking it cut. Yeah, I will copy it here. Now I think I have got it inside this folder itself. Yeah, second.html file is there. Now we have the first.html file. Yeah, we will add an anchor tag. Okay, I can add that anchor tag anywhere here, but I'm just going to add it here just after this welcome tag in order for you to just see that. A href, yeah, that's automatically a href is equal to dot slash, which HTML page you have to go? You have to go to the second HTML page. Yeah, I'm giving a link like this. So you have closed that href. So I have given an attribute and I have closed it. So in order to show you that, I'm just giving it like this, and I'm just inside this, you have to say link, or you can say go to the second page. Or I am just telling click here to go to the to second page. Okay, I think you can see that here. Yeah, you have seen see, you got a link, right? Yeah, you got a link. Now I'm going to click here. Yeah, it is taking me to the second page. Can you see them? Yeah, this is how anchor tags work. You have an anchor tag here and we have an attribute href. It contains an additional information that tells us where this link takes us. Okay, it has an additional information. So it is an href attribute. Href is taking us to the second HTML page. Okay, and now when you click on back, you came back to the place. Okay, so this is how href is used. Another thing is, this is a detailed class. Nobody is going to give such a detailed class for just for an introduction course. So just subscribe my channel. Okay, I'm just giving an advertisement here. Just such an explanation nobody is going to give. Okay, then okay, what is HTML attribute? So there is a lot of HTML attributes are there. uh, Recently we saw the image tag. Okay, in image tag we have seen another attribute. I told you that image tag is a self-closing tag and it uses an attribute src or source, which specifies the web address or the source of the image that you have to render on the web page. Okay, here some attributes, some commonly used attributes are given. See, why we make use of this attribute? Because the HTML elements, what is the purpose of that HTML element? That the browser must know. Okay, so in order to provide additional information about the HTML elements, we make use of the HTML elements to the web browser. We make use of the attributes. Okay, yeah, it is like this for just in order for you to understand. For example, uh, there is an exam hall, there is an examiner, be it be the browser, web browser. There is a lot of people are coming there for the exam. Multiple examiners are there, and also the multiple students are there. Okay, all are wearing color dress. Okay, it's a graduate level exam, so the examiners also will be of the same age and all. Okay, or be PG level exam. The students will also be of the same age. Students will be there. So there is a exam controller inside. A leader for the examiners are there. Who is there? Or let it be the security. The security is there at the door. Be the security there. The security is there at the door of the examination hall, and he's coming. And that some are coming. Yeah, one lady is coming wearing uh, churidar or a sari, and she's coming. Yeah, it can be either a student or a examiner. So how can the security know that does she have an identity? She has an ID card. Inside that ID card, something is written. Some additional informations are there. Whether she is a teacher or a student, that is the additional information. So that is the thing that the attribute carries. That the attribute is functioning as an ID card. Okay. So what does this HTML element? What does it actually do? What it is supposed to render? Okay. All these things are there in the ID cards. That is the attribute is the HTML elements ID card. In the sense there is another term where we are using ID and class. Don't mix it up with that. So I'm just telling an example. I think you can easily understand from this thing that I have provided here. This just figure, simple figure to understand what is an HTML attribute. Then attribute, there is attributes, different attributes are given. Alt attribute, so I already told you that in the image we use src attribute, image tag. With the image tag we make use of the src attribute to specify the url for the image or the web address of the image, the source of the image. But that likewise we use in href also, we use in order to provide the page source or a page address, we used the href. Similarly, image tag, with image tag, in order to give the source of the image, we make use of the src tag or the source tag, src tag. So along with that src, we make use of another tag also, that is alt tag, and we will give a value to that alt tag, and that the name of the tag will be given. That name of the tag is like with me picture one. Or that means why we are making use of this alt tag is that if that image is not uh, therefore or if the image is not available to be rendered there, for example, it is making taking more time to render on the website, means at that particular time this old tag, what is written inside this old tag, that will be uh, given, that will be rendered on the website. Okay, similarly, there is something called ID and SRs. ID attributes are there. Class attribute is a title attribute, value attribute, style attribute. So will make use of the style attribute. So when do we make use of the style attribute? The style attribute is made use when we need to add some color or some styles to the HTML element inline CSS. We will actually say that inline with the element itself. If you are going to give the style, means not with an additional CSS sheet, just we make use of the style tag. Okay, all these things we have already told. Now we will move on. We'll add some. We'll make use of these href attributes and all. Okay, so let us see how we are going to make use of this. This I think we don't need this paragraph tag anymore. So I'm just going to. There's a big paragraph, and we need not have to use this paragraph. I'm just going to delete that paragraph. Okay, and there is some error here. Yeah, this page. I'm going to delete this. So there is some error here happened because it is going to be so it is such a big paragraph. Okay, now you have only two paragraph. Now just we can make use of the image tag and insert an image. Image tag. I already told you that there is no closing tag for image. So now we are using src. What is src? Src is equal to what? Src is equal to the attribute. This src is the attribute. Okay, fine. And next we are going to use dot slash. We are going to give the path of the image. Okay, here I have a image like a background dot. Just going to give restaurant dot jpeg. I have a image here, and see automatically the image has come, and I'm going to close this image. Yeah, this image has already been displayed here, right? Yeah. Also, this is image tag, and this image tag has a src. This is the attribute of this image tag. Along with this, I can add another attribute also, that is alt. Alt is equal to, and I'm giving some text here. This is the image of a rest, restaurant restaurant site or something. I'm just giving. Yeah. So here you can see, just see this. So this is how I have given image tag. Image tag, remember image tag doesn't have a closing tag. It is a self-closing tag. Then image src is equal to dot slash the path of the image that is being given. So I have in the images folder, I had some images with me. So if you have to add some image inside your sample folder, which you have already made, add some images, make a folder and add some images here. See here I have a image, and that image I am using in my .html file. Okay, so src, say source tells where the image or the address of the image is here, then alt is equal to this is the image of the site. So why this alt is being used? I have already told you that I have already told you that like say I have used the I used the but image here, right? I had used the image here. At the same time, also one more thing I have done is the alt. Okay, let us see what happens if this image path is not given. Okay, I have an image tag and this image is not given in our HTML page. So how will be the page will be? There will be an icon of an image, and also what text did have you written inside the alt attribute that will be displayed here. I hope you can see that. See here you have written alt. That means if your page doesn't load anything, if your page doesn't load the image, so this alternate text, alt is for alternate text. This alternate text will be displayed there. Okay, I hope now you have come across most important two tags, href tag at a tag and image tag, and the important attributes href. And yeah, one more tag is left for us. Yeah, I will tell you about the class and id attribute also. Okay, I think that is good for you. Okay, there is another attribute. uh, Before telling that I will tell you regarding another attribute, that another tag, that is a div tag. So this div tag is used to make a some, if you want to make a section of some other elements. See if I have to section all these elements like h1, h2, like this. If you have to section that some elements, so you are going to make some p tag here, some another p tag here. Okay, we forgot about some. So this is a paragraph. I'm just writing. This is a paragraph. Instead of paragraph, I'm just writing something like a paragraph. And this is for friend and study. I'm just writing here. Yeah. Another thing is that this is a welcome or the typical hello world for every programming. The starting thing is hello world. Okay, what you write first. Okay, see. Then another thing is like this is second heading. This is second heading. I'm just writing second heading. And another thing I'm going to write is this paragraph. I'm just going to write this is paragraph. This is paragraph two, and you can see the change here. I'm just writing here change here after styling. Okay, after styling. So this is why I'm going to give. So this one, this paragraph. Yeah. Yes, I did forgot about something. Another thing is that see, this is our what are things I did now that has come here. Now I already told you about something called the developer tools. Okay, that these developer tools take that means you click on how do you know how I did this? Right click on your website and inspect. Right click on your website and inspect, and you will see the styles and click on this HTML. See, you can see the HTML pages here. The inspect you are inspecting. So when you inspect this, when you go through this, you can see that padding. You can see some other things are there that I'll discuss to you later on. So when I go through this element, here you can see, this is the second page. Okay, back. So here, from here, it is a different division. Okay, from here, it is different. So this is the developer tools. Here you can see many things are there. You can see the console. There you can see the when you make use of the JavaScript and all the programming, the errors can be consoled here, and you can see the errors and you can debug and everything. Many tools are here. These are the you Google developer thing, good developer tools. Okay, now just I'm closing and just inspect it and show you how to make use of all these things. So this part is just the Google. This is another div. Okay, so next I am going to do another attribute is there class attribute and ID attribute, two other attributes that we make use of in for. So this is particularly that is we use make in case of in order to style an element. So first we need to give a ID to that element, or simply I can style an element. See, I will style this element H1. I'm going to give this style to say H3 element. We can style this H3 element. I'll show you the style. So in order to style, just give style attribute. In order to style an element, just give style. So in order to that is we are adding an inline CSS. We are not going to use a CSS file or cascading style sheets here. We are adding an inline CSS and it's like this color I gave, and I'm just giving a blue color. Blue, I'm clicking here blue. What happens you can see. Okay, did you see that? What about this welcome? This one, it has turned blue. This particular only. So inline, along with the element inline, we have given a styling using the style attribute. Okay, so this is one way. So we have given a styling here. Similarly, you can give, see with ID, you can give. So in order to select a particular paragraph, you can give an ID to that. ID is equal to, you'll give any name. Paragraph 1. Just giving an ID. This is paragraph 1. Okay, ID is equal to paragraph 1. So this ID, this paragraph 1 is the ID of this particular P only. This doesn't apply to the paragraph above. Okay. Similarly, if I am giving a class name to this particular tip, class is equal to, I am giving a section 1 or something. I'm just naming. So then I am giving a class name to a div. Every element associated with that div or every element inside this div belongs to this particular class. So class is an attribute, ID is also an attribute, style is also an attribute. So all these things are attributes also. But we make use of these attributes for different purposes. So this is to make particularly select. So in order to when you go and study about cascading style sheets for styling purposes and all, if we have to take only this particular paragraph and style that particular paragraph, we make use of this ID and we will call it by using this ID. Okay, that this paragraph will not get that styling which is being applied. Okay, this is all how. So this is how we give inline CSS. I have shown here with this welcome. Here also another inline CSS we can give. Yes, that is say style is equal to, just we can give another attribute, sorry, another styling here. Okay, we can give another styling, let it be color, can color change the color. Similarly, some other values can also be given. You can change the background color as well. Color, let it be red, sorry, red. I'm just giving red. Yeah, you can give this, give another color also. This will, sorry, here. See, you can see that another color. So under this, what happened to H4 styling? Yeah, how, sorry. This has come after this. See what happened. See, this is how that go. So you can give another color here if needed. You can give background color. Background color. The style is red. Okay, let it be this color. Yeah, okay, you can see that the background color has changed. Okay, this is how you style the page. Okay, I think I have already completed almost everything related to tags and attributes. And there are many tags that is being used, and you must explore everything, every tag, and make use of all those tags. Next, we will be moving on to the next topic. Yeah, how will you insert an audio in an HTML page? Okay, in order to insert an audio in a HTML page, actually, we make use of the audio tag. Most commonly, we make use of the MP3 audios. I have already downloaded some MP3 audio of some birds chirping, and I'll be using that. Okay, I'll show you how to use that audio tag. So HTML provides the audio tag to embed the audio files like music or sound effects, and some controls attribute is used there. Also inside this inside the code that I'm going to provide you, I have used the source tag also. This is a tag, this is a tag, and this is a controls attribute that is used. And that controls attribute determines whether you need an add, place, pause, or volume buttons in the control buttons. So if you need the control buttons, you have to add the controls attribute. And the source tag is used. It defines a multiple audio formats for the browser compatibility. Which audio formats are there required for that particular. So whether the browser can understand that particular audio format. And there is a text inside the audio tag if that appears if the browser does not support audio. So inside the audio tag, I have included some text like, yeah, this audio will not suit your browser, or your browser cannot play this audio. So if that cannot be played means it will be appearing. So similarly, how can you insert a video in an HTML page? HTML provides video tag for that. Okay, to embed videos into a web page. The width, okay, inside the code example that I'm going to give you, a width attribute is also set. That means to 500. That means it will set the width of the video. The video will be of only 500 pixel or something. So, and then controls. The adds controls button, the add button, or the play button, pause and volume buttons will be there inside the video. And the source button, it specify different video formats for better browser compatibility in order to specify the video MP3 or OGG. So that for that we have used a source code. Then the text inside the video tag also appears there. If that video is not compatible with your browser, this particular text will be appearing. Okay, so I will show you the code for that. Here I have already made a audio.html file. See, I have made a particular file for that, and I will open it with the live server and see when I click now. This audio is not available. Sorry. See here. Yeah, this audio is not available because I have some other audio, uh, and that audio name. Yeah, audio is not included in this. Let me. Okay, so for now that the audio is not included in this samples image. Okay, let it be. So if there is an MP3 audio means you will be able to hear the chirping sound of the birds. Okay, see, audio is not included here, so I don't have the sound.mp3 audio here. If you had that mp3 audio, then you would have been able to hear that particular sound. So let us start with video. Okay. Here I have a video inside this folder. I have already have a video. So I have a video.html file here. So see here I have the source video. Source for the video, that is in the images folder. I have the c video.m3. Before that, see, I have used the video tag open, video tag close. Bit attribute is used 500, and the controls tab is used. The controls tab is used because in order to have the play button, pause button and all, you have the controls attribute. See, controls attribute, this controls attribute is having only controls. It is not having a value like width attribute. Then we have a type. Source tag is used. Source tag is a self-browsing tag, and the type of the video is being given here. Then another wording is used, that is your browser does not support. That means if this video is not working, means this thing will be displayed. Then there is a closing tag also. So let us do one thing. We have created a first.html file. Yeah, fine. So we can insert this to the second HTML file or first.html file itself. Okay, I will insert this to our second HTML file. And for that, I'm just taking this h1 from the body tag. I'm just copying this whole thing, and I'm copying this, and I'm just going to paste it in the second.html file. Okay, welcome to the page. I have already typed here. Okay, inserting the video. And now we can see open with live server and see whether that is there on the second page. Yeah, yes, it's there on the second page. Now we can go to the first page. Click here to go to the second page. Yeah, you can see the video here. Okay, this is how you insert a video, and this is similarly is the case, and this is the code for inserting the audio. Here, instead of what is your file name, you must give that particular file name. If it's your, so always remember to start the file name with dot slash. Okay, sometimes otherwise you will get a rendering problem. I don't have the audio here in my images, or you can name it assets folder. I just named it as images folder. Since I don't have the audio here, it will not work. For example, if my audio's name was like sound.mp3, it would have worked. This is not sound.mp3, it's not here. Since that video is not there, I'll show you what will happen. Since that is not there, you will just see all these things, play button, everything, because you have the audio tag. And the controls folder. But this will not work. So your browser does not support the audio. It is not because of the supporting, it's because that is not there. Okay, it's not there because of the file is not there. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks a lot for listening to my class. I hope you all enjoyed the class and you all got a basic overview of the HTML and how you must study the rest of the HTML tags, its attributes, everything that is being used in the HTML that I have discussed here. And don't forget that AI, if you are using AI, yeah, it is easy and fine, but you need to read the code, you need to edit the code, you'll be able to customize, you need to optimize the code and all that developers. So AI always need human input. Okay, AI exists there, yeah, just for it is for assisting developers and not to replace the developers. And stay tuned for part 2, and make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next sections. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, thank you.